So there seems to be a problem with the Knuckles show. But honestly, it's not that big of an issue if you ask me. Alright, so just today we got some reviews released for the Knuckles show, which comes out April 26th, which is this Friday. And reviews have come out. Rotten Tomatoes, it opened up with an 83, but now it's at an 88% as of recording this video, which means it seems to be consistently going up and steadily at that rate. Now, I'm not the type of person that really reads into reviews or let reviews and just other people's opinions like influence how I'm going to perceive the upcoming event and how I'm going to perceive the show. I'm going to go into the show with my own opinions and my own like open-mindedness and just really let the show sit in and with me and just see how I feel after I watch the show, which is why I don't really read a lot of reviews. I know a lot of people go and read reviews, and then as soon as like there's like maybe 3 or 4 or 5 bad reviews, everyone's like, okay, well, that's it. That does it. That just does it. I mean, we kind of got that today with the Knuckles show, saying that the Knuckles show doesn't have as much focus on Knuckles as it should. And after reading through the review, the headline is very, I guess, misleading. The headline basically states that like, oh, Knuckles isn't like the main focus of the Knuckles show or whatnot. And it's because there is one episode, and I mean, spoiler territory. If you don't want to get into any kind of spoilers or anything, you can go ahead and skip it. Yeah, I'd say just click off the video. But apparently it's episode 4, and it's the episode where Knuckles is like, you know, he has the pot of coffee he's sipping, and Wade gets dragged off on the motorcycle, and you know, Knuckles is like, oh, you must learn to do it himself, and then he sips the pot of coffee. Apparently that episode has more of a lenient focus on Wade as a character as opposed to having Knuckles there with him. So it's a solo episode for Wade, with Knuckles not being a really big main focus throughout the episode until returning in the end of the episode, as they say. And just by that alone, I didn't really see anything else in the review that talked about Knuckles not being there always or something like that. So it just seems like in an event, or an episode event, or a marathon, whichever you want to call it, in a 6-episode event where there's one singular episode that just decides to focus on a human character, Wade being the human character, and then that just deems the entire series like, you know, Knuckles doesn't have enough screen time, or Knuckles isn't shown off as often as you would like for him to be. But it's just one episode. And I mean, again, I respect everyone's opinions, but if you're gonna take one episode and say that because it focused on Wade over Knuckles, then that just completely makes the series not about Knuckles at all, I don't really have much of an issue with this, because it kind of feeds into what the movies do, where we had Sonic Movie 1 and Sonic Movie 2, where there were instances in the plot, well, albeit where people didn't really like it, but it was there. I found it enjoyable. You had the focus on human characters, and again, I get the idea and the opinion of, oh, well, it's a Sonic movie, so why isn't it just focusing on Sonic? But these human characters are actually pretty enjoyable, in my opinion, and I just find them funny. Like, I feel like they can be funny, and I feel like they are very well written. But again, that's just, again, my opinion. I don't really see the big issue. We don't know much about Wade, and I'm very glad that there's at least one episode that tries to dedicate itself to explaining more of where Wade's from and exploring more of Wade's character. This show is supposed to be a gap between, or filling in the gap between Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, and flesh out these characters that are main characters to the movies. So, you know, for them to do a Knuckles show where it focuses on both Knuckles and Wade, and then just not do an episode that's Wade standalone, trying to flesh out his character even more, I feel like that'd be a missed opportunity, like a heavily missed opportunity. Like, there's another character that I would love to see them do, which is Stone. I'd love to see more Stone having his own alone time, and maybe a spin-off series or something like that. I'd like to learn more about him. But yeah, I mean, at least they're trying to give these human characters some kind of story and something for them to lie back on. So when we're going to watch future movies like 3, they can have more of a prominent role, and it's just not up and out of nowhere, you know, where it's just like, let's say we didn't get like a standalone Wade episode, or Wade wasn't really expanded on as a character throughout the Knuckles series, and then all of a sudden he has like this huge important role in Sonic 3, and everybody's like, why is that happening? You know? But that's just my personal opinion on the matter. I'm very much looking forward to the Knuckles series. I don't think it's going to be as big of an issue as everyone's really spreading it out to be. I would just say, if you're going into this thinking that it's going to focus solely on Knuckles and not try and do something else with Wade, then you're kind of hedging your bets a little bit more. To each their own opinion. I think the Knuckles series is going to be great. I can't wait to watch it. I'm going to be doing a lot of coverage on it on the channel. And this week, I am officially clarifying as my and Knuckles week. So every video and every stream that I do throughout the entire week up until Friday is going to be nothing but Knuckles related. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to start off with a video like this because it is kind of fresh and kind of something that I think a lot of the community is talking about right now. So very much looking for the Knuckles series. Let me know what you think about this whole situation in the comments down below. Are you excited to learn more about Wade? I most certainly am. And what else do you think the Knuckles series will try and do with Knuckles and Wade? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe and click that push notification bell to keep up with more Sonic news, Sonic movies, Sonic Speed Simulator stuff from me, whatever else in general. And thanks again so much for watching. I'll catch you guys later.